today's live chat. This is the first time I've done one here. Sorry, it's the first time I've ever done one here in this room, I think. And it's the first time I've done a live chat in this format. Now, I've got a stand for my telephone, and so it's normally on a stand, and the stand goes on, the gimbal goes on top of the stand, and that makes things much easier for me to actually do things. Unfortunately, to keep weight down, which is probably an enormous exaggeration, I opted not to bring a 200-gram little stand, and that's something I won't be doing in the future. Sorry, I will be doing it in the future. I won't be not doing it in the future. So anyway, so happy New Year to Neela, Colin, Jeffrey, David, Annie, and so thanks to all of you who've been watching the videos which I've been posting, and big as well in Vancouver. And to those who've been watching videos I have been putting up over the past whatever it is, however long you've been watching it. This site actually was I originally set this up at the end of July 2010 in North Shields, and so the site has had some history behind it, but it never really. I mean, there was a very long period I didn't upload anything on it whatsoever. So and it's in some ways it's somewhat cyclical. Now I've been able to upload a video every single day for the past 2 months. Unfortunately, this now won't be able to continue, and I'll have to go back to doing the day job. But there will be at least one video every week, which will come out on the Friday, and I'll see if I can actually increase the amount I'm actually doing. There will also occasionally be the odd video as well. Hello, Mohammed, from when things I filmed in places I've been to, and so that is so that's what I'll be doing. And hello, Cheap Crafty and girl. So that is the plan. Having said that, I've got stacks of stuff I've been working on. For example, today I've been working on things related to and Paige. Hello, on Himmler's wife and his missus. Also, I've been doing things related to a clinic which Himmler had. Well, not it wasn't really Himmler's place, but Hohenluchen. It's written Hohenleichen, Hohenluchen, which is north of Berlin. I went there in August, and anyway, so I've been writing things to do with that. That's what I've been doing yesterday and today. So that's that, and that will appear eventually. And I've got stacks of stuff in preparation, because I'm like a fat person at a buffet. I'll take lots and lots and lots of everything, but then I have difficulty sort of getting through it. But I've got thousands and thousands of pages of notes and things as well, and sometimes even forget what I did and I do it again. And so these things happen. But anyway, I'm sort of getting further and further onto it. And that's very nice. Neela says, no matter how often, we will be here for it. Thank you very much. I have to say, having said that, this time last year, I had my doubts about even actually being here. On the 31st December 2022, I was in Donbass, in a month earlier, and I was in a place called Lyman. It's written Lyman, Lyman. There was a battle there in September and October of 2022. Anyway, so the place that we stayed in on the early hours of the 31st December of 2022, it was destroyed. So that it was hit by an S-300 Tochka missile, and that got me really depressed about this building, which was already a mess. But before we even moved in there. But there was no water or electricity. Sorry, there was water. It was collected, and then it was put in big barrels, and then you had to, when you used the toilet, you had to sort of, there was a bucket, and you put the bucket in, and then you threw it down the toilet. So the toilet worked. It was all right. I mean, it worked, but there was no electricity, of course. And anyway, so we were in this place, and anyways, the place was completely destroyed. And that really got me depressed. And I was beginning to think, well, in Ukraine, I'll be going back there, and I don't know if I'll. I got in a state of mind I didn't think I'd actually make it through the year. Anyway, hello, Yamis, Yamis. Oh, good name. Thank you. So anyway, so I wasn't. I really thought that was just going to be it for me. The group the charitable group I was with then. They went to Bakhmut in January of last year, and I had a trade fair at that time. So obviously I have to earn money, otherwise I can't can't do anything. So, but they were in Bakhmut, and so that was, as Bakhmut was actually captured a bit later. I never actually see it. Somebody's asking me where I am. Neil is asking me where are you all? Me and Jeff are in Denton, Texas. Annie's in Texas as well. So I'm now in London, United Kingdom, not Canada. And anyway, so that was that. And unfortunately, I've got to say this about Ukraine war is something which has got me quite. I'm a bit depressed about the situation there, because the situation today in 2023, the Putin occupied more land. More land was lost in 2023 than was actually recaptured, and so it's the areas which were taken in the area of Bakhmut, including the city of Bakhmut, which is a pretty large city, which was captured last year, and the amount that was taken back in the counterattack wasn't particularly large. So at the end of 2022, we were thinking, okay, at least there's a little bit of momentum here that may lead to the end of this war, or at least a favorable conclusion. And now the situation, to quite honest, it's no better than it was at the end of last year. So we've had a complete year. Now, I don't think this is large. I think this is largely the fault of the Western countries who failed to supply weapons in a suitable way. I mean, it's just like little drip, 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 and that is to stop Ukraine going under. But that's the only thing that's doing, is keeping the war going, and it's not going to end the war. And I often think of the Spanish Civil War, which had the Western Allies acted or Britain and France had acted firmly against Nazi Germany and Fascist Italy, then might have actually, had they shown resolution, then it might have stopped the Second World War happening. It might have done. Anyway, no resolution was shown, and this is what bothers me, is if there's no resolution in Ukraine, then the lesson of history, and this is what we've got to base those, how people have acted in the past, and this is likely just to perpetuate this conflict longer and longer and longer. And so I do appreciate, of course, that you can't just give aircraft to somebody. It's not like getting in from one car and into another car and think you can actually drive. And of course, I can't fly a plane, but I know that you can't just use one plane and then get into another one. So yeah. David's saying alternative history is fiction. Undoubtedly, yes, it is. In fact, any form of alternative facts are fiction. As a rule, I mean, having said that, alternative, we can find. I like to find things which are commonly believed to be something else. So it really, when it's commonly believed that, but the truth is the other, and it is good to find things like that, because that always makes one quite happy to find something which is commonly believed to be something else, and then to actually present it. Now tomorrow I'm going to talk about Kristallnacht, and I will present a totally different interpretation to the one which is commonly accepted. But I'll save that for tomorrow in any case. Anyway, so my plan at the moment for this year is I'll be going back to Germany next week on the 8th, and so I'll be in Germany for a large part of January. At the moment, I'm planning on I'll be in Britain in February and March, and I'll be in Germany and then Poland as from April, and the rest of it I just don't know. I just don't want to plan too much ahead because I don't know what's happening and where I will be. Hello, Spaniel, hello. And anyway, so that's what I'm hoping to do this year. And yeah. So David says his meaning of alternative is Hitler did not invade the USSR. Yes, sure. Yeah. Norway. Hello. So anyway, so there you have. There you have plans. Now, what I have done recently as well, I'll give you one or two things. I've written a biography of not written. I've written it first. I had to write it down, and then I had to say it as a biography of Blurble, which will appear next month. The first part will in fact appear next Friday. Hello, Dave. And what else is that's about it really, I think. And the stuff I mentioned earlier on Ravensbrück. And so if I look at places I went to last year, I think one place that really stood out for me was the fact that I was able to go to Berlin and to spend more than 2 weeks there. And in the summer, because last time I'd been there, I'd been in March, and it's always I'm there when the weather's not so good, but being there when it was summer and having good, well, it rained a couple of times, but that was all. I mean, the summer doesn't matter if you get wet because you get dry quite quickly. But that was really great. I had my vehicle there parked relatively close to the center. I got around on my bicycle, and that what that actually did for I think places I was able to visit. I'm getting what I call B-roll. When I present these history videos, what I'm also seeing is a sort of a tourist video at the same time. I want to show that history is alive and it lives. And this also may encourage people here to visit these places as well. So this is just the reality. It's bringing the past into the present. So there's two things. I mean, you can learn from history from a political point of view, if you like, or economic point of view to a certain extent. Economics less, but certainly political and human nature. But also by bringing the past into the present, we can visit these places. And if we're talking, for example, things like the victims of crime, the victims of National Socialism, this is what they wanted. And you get this constantly. You see this amongst people that said who wanted to people to know that they existed and things of this nature. And when we're still able to talk to people who'd escaped from camps and things, this often came out. There was some research I did the last week. It was a trial, the doctor's trial from the Nuremberg doctor's trial, 1946-47, and here there was testimony that there were people who actually exchanged numbers with others. So the people that exchanged the numbers from were killed, while the other ones did survive the war and they were able to bear witness. And so it's this type of thing that so people actually gave their lives so others would survive to be able to talk about these things later. And so therefore the fact that people can actually learn about these experiences through travel and other ways, I think that to me is quite important, and that's something I trying to show in the videos. So I'll do in the summer I did a number of live chats, so I'll try and do this week whilst I'm in the UK. I'll try and do a live chat, except when there's a documentary video. There's things I want to explain, as I did videos related to Kristallnacht, for example, the one on Grimminger, and so I really want to sort of explain this in more detail. And there's other things relating to videos I did where I don't think either A, I didn't explain it very well, or B, people didn't understand me. So That's something I'd like to do a bit more. So Neela says the videos from Berlin were awesome. We were allowed to visit with you to imagine that. Yes, thank you. Yeah, yeah. No, if I could live anywhere, I would live in either Berlin or perhaps actually Munich. Of course, I mean, being in a motorhome, I can just park it anywhere, and I can sort of live there. And if I can either go to a campsite or I can even park in the street somewhere, as long as it's in a free parking area. And in Berlin, you can get to within about 4 or 5 kilometers of the center, and it's the off-street parking's free. So that is that is possible. I mean, London, that would be impossible. Anyway, good. So thanks for coming here this evening. Thanks for being with me just now. And so I'll do my best to do as many lives as I can whilst I'm here. And Happy New Year to everybody. I hope it's going to be better than 2023. Keep on hoping that things such as the economy will improve, though I don't think there's any suggestions that there will be a better economy in 2024 than there was in 2023. And I very much hope the political situation, but also on a personal level, I hope everybody has a nice 2024. So thank you, Hani. Thank you, thanks, Mohammed. Thanks everybody. Thank you. So all the best. Bye for now. Bye.